Okay, guys, Jaden is here. And Tristan will be up shortly, so take questions for Jaden first.
Well, Jaden, what was it like to be back tonight after a long break? Was it tough to get into a rhythm early?
Yes, it's very tough. 3 weeks off, very hard. They hit us in the mouth early. They're a team that's been playing. I think they played like 9 games since we played. They're playing basically almost every other day or so. So they came out with a rhythm and confidence. But we established ourselves and we got back into the game and got into a rhythm.
With the way you did play in the second half, I mean, did you feel, and obviously a 4-point loss in the end, do you feel like this was something to build on, heading into Sunday, and that y'all had some success, obviously, in the second half?
Yeah, I mean, it can be something to build on because, just timing. A lot of things is timing and pace and speed of the game, different than doing a workout or practice or anything. And it's just different. But it's good to get a feel for things before we play our final game of the season on Sunday before the conference tournament.
Jaden, you were talking about the going behind early in the ball game. They were up 14-3. How much did that really play a part in this overall contest tonight?
I mean, if we were, just like playing regularly, we probably wouldn't have went like that because we would have been up to speed in the flow of the game. But it's unfortunate, but no one cares that we haven't played in 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks. But just got to live and learn with it.
Jaden, how nice was it to have some fans back inside tonight with you guys?
Oh, it was awesome. I loved it. I loved every second of it. As soon as they were coming in before 60-minute mark, I loved it. Brought great energy, got hype. Even if it was 1,200, I still felt all of it. So appreciate them and props to them, and hope to see them again on Sunday. But, yeah, it was I started to feel the Minji's magic in there.
Jaden, how hard was it without you didn't have Batumba in tonight, and of course with Peg and Charles out with the foot injuries. So for your teammates, it's got to be tough with that not consistency of having the regular games going on, the practices, and then you have 3 guys that you count on.
Yeah, it's tough, and you just got to have that next man mentality. And for me, myself, I just have to step up and play a bigger role. And I'm used to playing big minutes, so I just got to get back into the flow of things. And I ran on adrenaline tonight. And shout out to the fans for that.
Anything else for Jaden?
Oh, shoot.
I guys will take questions for Tristan.
Tristan, you guys obviously fought all night, but weren't able to quite get over that hump. How frustrating was that, getting within 4-2, but never maybe getting the lead?
Oh, it's very frustrating. Like, we was down 2 at one point, and then what happened? They threw the ball off the backboard, and it just happened to get in their hands, and they made a layup. So, like, it's very frustrating, but it all started at the beginning of the game, going down 14-2 or 14-3. So we just got to play better in the beginning, and we'll come out at the end. We'll be all right.
Is there a way to describe that as a player as far as the first half tonight versus the second half? Was it just kind of comfort, or y'all just felt your legs under you? What kind of work do you think in the second half for y'all?
Well, yeah, I think we just got more comfortable and because we haven't been playing for 3 weeks, and we got to practice for 3-4 days. So game speed and practice speed are completely different. So once we got used to game speed in the second half, we got a lot more comfortable. So we did a lot better.
Tristan, you guys seem to get into a bit of a rhythm as the game went on. Even though you lose the game tonight, how much confidence do you guys gain from being able to step right back into the situation and play a pretty decent ball game?
Yeah, it's always frustrating losing, but knowing that we're in the game off this long pause, it gives us a little bit of confidence. We did want to come out with the win, but I think we did some good things, and we can build on it.
What was the impact for you of having the fans back tonight?
They just give us a lot of energy. Pre-game, they're sitting there cheering, so adrenaline is rushing through us. So moving quicker, jumping higher, playing better defense. They get involved, screaming defense, just gets us more engaged.
Tristan, you got a big game coming up, another home game on Sunday afternoon against Cincinnati, the regular season finale. What do you have to do to beat them, the Bearcats?
Well, we have to play well at the beginning, so we can't go down 13, 14-3. We can't do that. Just play our game, and we haven't watched any film on them yet, so tomorrow we'll watch film on them and figure out what we need to do.
Anybody else, Tristan? All right, guys, coach is here. We'll let him make a statement and we'll take questions.
You got it. Go ahead, fire away, guys.
Coach, you guys obviously battled, were within 2 and 4 multiple times. How frustrating was it to not be able to get over that hump in the second half?
Well, I mean, it was very frustrating. We a lot of the things that ended up happening were self-inflicted, and some of it was also they made some plays. But, when you get it to 2, and at one point, we'd get it to 2, and then there'd be a 4-point swing, or we'd get it to, 3, and then there was a 4-0 run or a 5-0 run to get it back to 8. We just kept chipping away. We never obviously took the lead, and I thought we had some opportunities when we had some runs to maybe, keep it rolling. But, Perry made some plays, and obviously that little stretch in the second half where Diggs went to work was really big.
We kind of talked about it, warned about it the other day about a slow start and the guys getting adjusted, and it kind of played out that way. Obviously, how does that maybe tough to bounce back from getting down by 11, 12 points the first kind of few minutes there?
We got 13 twice, and I thought the guys did a nice job. We used some timeouts. We talked about it. We talked. It was really they killed us in transition to begin the game, and then they hit those 3-point shots, which really, they get off to Adams got off to a really good start from the 3-point line, and just sort of put us on our heels. And then we sort of dug back in and got a little rhythm. I thought we played a little bit better for the most part offensively in the second half. I thought our defense was a little bit better in the second half. We just had some untimely turnovers. Simple pass and catch plays that you have to be able to do.
Coach, you get to the line with great frequency tonight. Could have got a couple of more that I thought that you didn't get, but and you hit your share of 3-point shots too. How much was the early deficit, the 14-3 deficit early in the ball game? How much did that play a role in making life tough for you guys all night long?
We have to expend a lot of energy getting back in the game, and which worried us. And I did think that we did get to the free throw line and really saved us in the first half because we didn't shoot the ball very well from the 3-point line in the first half. We shot a lot better in the second half, but I thought the free throw line saved us. We didn't get to the free throw line as much in the second half. We got, they were in the bonus before we were, so we didn't get there as much. Now, a lot of that's also attributed to they played a lot more zone in the second half too. They sat in the zone a little bit more, which obviously you don't get to drive as much or have as many driving lanes, and that bothered us.
What are the good points you think of just kind of getting out here and playing a game and get into the flow of it? I mean, you think it's something that obviously y'all can just build on, moving forward here?
I think there's you can't simulate the speed of practice, the speed of the game in a couple of practices. And, UCF's been in a little bit of a rhythm. I would say 5 of the last 6 and 6 of the last 8. And they've been playing on a regular pattern. I think now we get a chance, you get a little bit more similarity to what you're used to, where we'll have, a lighter practice tomorrow. We'll practice Saturday, play Sunday. We've seen it again. Now it's a different style when you play against Cincinnati, but these guys have seen it. They've had live action and, just trying to get back in a little bit of a routine.
Coach, the final few possessions, I know Perry had the ball. He was a good free throw shooter. Was there any thought of trying to extend the game? And then Newton seemed to maybe kind of bring it up a little slow on that final offensive possession. We
were getting double drag and they soft press 2-2-1, and I didn't think they were going to trap, but he was worried about dribbling and trapping, and then we were trying to double drag it, and he's got to get into it a little bit quicker. But those are all things that's not the guy's fault. We haven't spent a ton of time the last couple of days on late game situations, trying to get in shape, and with Perry, I worry about him. I wanted to try to make it a 2-possession game, and we should have probably tried to take the ball out of his hand possibly, but he had made plays the whole night getting downhill.
Coach, how frustrating is with COVID? I know you say all the time with that, but it just seems like with the huge layoff, and then you've got players out, including Baruti out right now, and a couple with injury with Charles and Batum, Charles and Pig. How tough is that? I know you have injuries every single season, but it's been really rough this year for you.
Well, I mean, it's no one cares. I tell the guys all the time, you know, when you line up and play, it doesn't matter who you play, who plays or who doesn't play. You play to win, and it's just been different practicing. I mean, you know, a week ago we had 5 scholarship guys, but you know, we just got to try to do the best we can and try hard. And once you get out there, I mean, I do think, you know, we can learn some things from tonight and hopefully get a little rhythm and play a little bit better. But I mean, it's not these kids' fault. I don't think these guys have done anything egregious where we've done something wrong. They want to play. I think in a lot of regards, they've been robbed of a lot of the season through no fault of their own. So you also don't want to make it miserable on them. But at the same token, you want to win every time you play.
Anybody else, guys?
Hey, Coach, will you recognize seniors on Sunday?
Yes.
Anything else? Thanks, Coach.
See you guys.